Everybody, back with my review here for the Samsung Galaxy S 4G from Virgin Mobile. And before I get into the phone itself, I'm going to show off the hardware and then I'll get into the software. So as you can see on the front of the phone, you have your front-facing camera, your sensors, and your speaker grill. And in the right-hand corner, there's a notification light. You can't see it unless the notification light itself is on. On the bottom of the phone here, you have your 4 capacitive touch buttons, and at the very bottom, you have your USB port. On the left-hand side of the phone, you have your volume rocker. On the top of the phone, you have your 3.5mm headphone jack. And on the right-hand side, you have your power button, and there is no dedicated camera button, which would have been nice, but it's not a deal breaker, I guess. And on the rear of the phone, you have your camera with LED flash, and your speaker. Now to get into the phone itself. Okay, as you can see, cutting on the phone, you have your typical Samsung lock screen. You just swipe to unlock. And the phone does come with face unlock, which is a nice addition. To get into some specs really quick, it's running Android 4.0.4. It has a 4.5-inch Super AMOLED Plus display with the 800 by 480 resolution. It has a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor, 1 gigabyte of RAM, 16 gigabytes of built-in storage with about 12-ish of that usable. The rest is like pre-installed software that comes with the phone. It has an 8 megapixel rear camera, a 2 megapixel front-facing camera with 1080p video. Wi-Fi mobile hotspot does come with the phone. Again, it does have an LED notification light, a 1800 milliamp hour battery, and the phone does take screenshots. So that's just a run off of the specs really quick. To give you a little run around of the phone, it's just typical Samsung TouchWiz display. You have home screens you can pinch out, and you can add or delete home screens as you see fit. You press and hold for your widgets, wallpapers, etc. I believe you can have up to 7 home screens, which is a nice touch. And go into your app tray, and as you can see, you can keep scrolling, and you can customize this a bit, as you can see there. And you can change the 3 bottom ones at the 3 bottom icons, and you can add whatever. The home though is permanent, you can't change that. So yeah. And the notification of the phone, in the notification bar of the phone, sorry, you have your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. It's like a, I guess, a quick, one-stop thing in your notification bar, which is a nice touch. And settings really quick, you have Wi-Fi, of course 4G. You do have Wi-Fi Direct on this phone, which is a nice touch. You have power saving mode. You can change the font of the phone, like the letters and everything, which is pretty cool. I'll show you the storage really quick. As you can see, 11.49 gigabytes of storage on the phone. So that, in addition with the SD card, you shouldn't run out of space anytime soon. And yeah, has a bunch of other normal features. First things first, I'll get into the web browser to show off some of the 4G speed. Again, having 4G on this phone is definitely a nice touch. I'll pull up CNET really quick, and as you can see, it loads that quick. Click on another story, and as you can see, it's loaded already, pictures and everything. Yeah, so the 4G on this phone is pretty quick. Apps download very quickly. movies download. Everything on this phone is very nice. Let me see. Yeah, and again, done loading already. You can do incognito mode, save for offline reading. You can change the brightness and color for battery saving purposes. So if I change that, as you can see, it dims the screen, which is a great touch because this phone does hog battery a bit because of the screen size, etc. You can do full screen with the stock browser, and you can do, yeah, I think that's about it. But as you can see, browser, everything works fine. I'll go into the camera really quickly. Camera's pretty run-of-the-mill Samsung camera. You have your settings. You can do panorama here, 1080p video, 8 megapixel camera. With the flash, it does take very good low light pictures. Pictures come out clear and crisp. The videos come out clear and crisp. The audio is great. I'll upload a sample video if I can remember to. But yeah, the camera is great here. It comes with a few built-in camera options like cartoon mode. You know, you can play around with it, but great camera. It does have autofocus, so it's a pretty good camera. Another addition that I loved on this phone is visual voicemail. That is like a godsend for me. I hate checking voicemail, so it does come with visual voicemail, which is a great convenience touch to it. Again, it does have Wi-Fi hotspot as well, so you can use that on this phone. YouTube videos, of course, play through without a hitch on 4G, and you can still do Wi-Fi preloading, etc. As you can see, YouTube looks pretty much the same as all ice cream sandwich devices. And your other apps run perfectly on this phone as well. Instagram works well. Facebook runs well. Games play well. And I will have a gaming review up in the second part of this review. But everything I throw at this phone works pretty well. The only downside I could say so far is the battery life, but that's every Android phone. Text messaging sends great. I'll go over that in a second. As you can see, here's your text messaging. It's your average bubbles, and the phone does come with swipe and Samsung keyboard. As you can see, swipe on this phone is pretty good, and the big screen helps you text accurately, etc. And the other keyboard, which is Samsung's keyboard, which is your basic ice cream sandwich keyboard. So that's a nice touch. And you can I'm trying to show you really quick. Yeah. So you can change the message font size, etc. It gives you a few customizable options in there. But again, text messaging works like a charm on this phone. So please like and subscribe. I hope I covered everything pretty well in this video. In part 2, I'll have gaming up and a few other odds and ends. But from what I can see so far, this is a great phone. You can catch it on sale now, I believe, for $349. So it's not that bad. A little pricey, but you get what you pay for. 4G works perfectly. 3G is pretty fast as well. Great display. Feature-packed phone. So, again, thanks for watching.